Intro. What is an intro? Day 2 of recording. It's been a week. I learned hats too far down, so I'm gonna raise it up a little bit. Hoping you can still see that. I don't know. Microphone was in the way of my face. I was talking like this. So now it's down here. I now have a light. I'm using my bedside table lamp. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Next, today's video, Advanced General. It's like video number 1, which was Intro to Pit, but like covering more not advanced, but like different stuff. Okay, whatever. Advanced General. Yeah, let's go. So, what are we going to be covering? First, what is specifically important in Pit? Next is what to prioritize while playing. Then, why we can't look at the drum majors most of the time. And then, the fact that we're almost never important, like if the band's cupcake were the sprinkles. And then I'm gonna talk about just a Pit thing. What is specifically important in Pit? So, most of the things I'm about to say basically mean look like everyone else. Like, if I'm Marimba 1, center Marimba, and I have someone playing Marimba 2, we should both be playing the same way. I'll get to that in a second. So, first, the importance of pulsing and communicating. Pulse and communicating. I'm going to make a video on those separately, but an overview of what they are. Pulsing is like the head bobbing thing, right? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, that was a bad demonstration, I'm sure, and it's possible that it's changed how we pulse since this video has been made, but that's the general idea. We do that so that, 1, we don't look like robots or statues, just don't like beep boop beep boop beep boop, and so we all look lively, you know, and like, okay, the main reason is to keep tempo with each other, because if we like all have a clear downbeat and like a clear 3, then like we can like look around and see everyone's in time, and then that helps us like play together, right? Communicating is the idea of looking around while you're playing. So if I'm doing like singles, the exercise singles, and ba 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 ba, I can, during that check pattern, the 8, I can look around and like pulse and like see everyone else pulse, hopefully communicating. Only some people right now do it. But yeah, I can look around and like be like, okay, this is the time, and then ba 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 ba, and then like, you know, look around. Communicating is good because now we're seeing time. But if we're gonna pulse, we're all gonna want to look the same way. As of this year, right now, what I'm trying to do is to try to get everyone just to move. Because some people are just standing there and not pulsing at all. And I'm trying to, like, you know, ease them into pulsing. Before I try to get everyone to match, I'm gonna try to get them at least to move. Hopefully at some point, everyone starts moving. And at that point, Pit Leader or, like, Pit Tech should try to make everyone look the same. If everyone pulses the same way, and we see everyone communicating, and, like, we get visuals on, then we're a good Pit. We're a really good Pit then. But until then, we just like, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So, next, matching stickings with partner. If I'm going like, hey, we're gonna start this run with the right hand, you know, and then like they're starting with their left, it's the same run. We should probably try to keep it the same, because judges look at that, you know. You try to see, like, if the marimba players have the same parts, they should look as similar to each other as possible. That goes down to, like, everything, including, like, our technique, how we hold the mallets, right? How high our stick heights are, that's huge. If we prep or not, if we do prep, how much, if we're communicating, you know, all that. So matching stickings does help with that. And also, like, if we're doing 4 mallet things, right? Right now, I'm actually, in our winter percussion show, there's a part where I play D, G, A, C, A, G, D, ba 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 ba, right? And I like to do it like mallet 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2. But marimba 2 likes to just do like 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, right? I can understand that. I tried it. It makes sense. So we need to talk, right? Yeah. Hopefully, I will have talked to him before this video goes up. Yeah, so like matching technique, matching stickings. Matching symbols. Bro, this pisses me off. People don't care about their symbols. This is for mallet players, right? Like, you know, You have a board. Your symbol's over here, right? The angle of the symbol matters. It does change the sound. We should have it flat. We should start out flat, and then like, we can toy around with like having it a little bit angled towards us. So like if this is the board, then like this is flat, and then this is angled towards us, right? I personally like it like a little bit angled. You know, if someone's like this, someone's like this, and someone's like this, I'm like, ugh. Also, make sure that the fastener thing on the top, the wing nut, is like actually tightened enough. It shouldn't be like super floppy symbol, but it shouldn't be like super stiff either. If you have any questions, ask your pit leader or pit tech. Oh, when I say matching symbols, I don't mean like they have to be the same model of symbol. You know, like the symbols can look different themselves, but like the angle should be the same. And where they are on the board, like if yours, like everyone's symbol is on the right side and yours is on the left, then we have a problem. And also maybe if you can, I'm not sure if this is a thing because everyone's height is different, but like if you and your partner, like me and Marimba 2, if like our standing height is like similar and our board height is similar, which they should be, the symbols should probably be around the same height, right? Alright, board height. A belly button is a good indicator, right? Here's my belly button. So like just hold them out and like it should be like okay, what I've heard is that the belly button should be like lining up with the top of the board, like the top of the cube. I don't do that. I have it like down like here, a couple inches. It shouldn't be like going like this to play. It shouldn't be like this either. Definitely not this. This is more acceptable than this. As long as you're comfortable. And you don't look stupid. You have to understand, if you want to be a good pit player, or player in the pit, you have to know how your part fits in with the rest of the pit, the battery, and the rest of the band. So like, if you are, I don't know, playing 16th notes, if Marimba 2 is playing like also 16th notes, you should know that. You should know like, okay, I'm playing 16th notes, she's playing 16th notes, so let's communicate and pulse and look at each other to make sure our stick heights are the same, and that we're like playing at the same time and as in time with each other as possible. Next, with the battery. If the people at the box say, okay, just battery play, or like, you know, the battery tech says, just battery play, you should not be on your phone. I mean, really, like, you shouldn't be on your phone at all, but especially then. You could be following along with your part and being like, okay, this is how, like, oh yeah, I play here, and they play this note there. You know, like, they play this rhythm, and I can, like, hear that well. It's good to, like, find solid points and measures, if not the whole measure itself, on, like, where you can easily track the tempo. And then, like, also figure out how it fits in with your part. So then, like, you kind of, like, have checkpoints, you know, like, waypoints while you're playing. That'd be amazing. And then you have to figure out how your part fits in with the band. If there's a flute soloist going on, you should not be playing triple forte when it says forte. I don't know why you'd be playing forte at all if it's a flute soloist, but you should recognize, hey, they're important, I'm not really important here, so I'm gonna back down a little bit. That goes for not just marching band, but for everything. One of Hendy's, should I say his name? Sure, Mr. Hendy's, like, biggest gripes, the fact that we play too loud, and there's not enough dynamic contrast. That's a big one right now. A while back he was saying like, hey, percussion, don't play so loud. You know, you're not really important here, right? They're important, not you. Chill. If it says snare drum solo, then go crazy. You can go crazy, do a solo. But if someone else is soloing, or you know, you're just like playing like 8th notes on like F on marimba, then like don't play with this height. Just yeah. Understand like who's important and who's trying to stand out, and that if you play loud, then you're hindering them, and now people in the audience will not be able to hear them as much, they don't stand out as much, and you look like an idiot. Oh, big one. This one pisses me off, actually, though. And I'm not sure, like, what anyone's standpoint on this is, but, like, when are you supposed to listen to the battery versus the net during, like, ensemble time? When battery comes into the band room and plays with us, there's normally a met. I'm not sure what everyone else is thinking when the met is going in pit. Because, like, I say that we should absolutely follow battery versus the metronome when the time comes to decide. You know, like, okay, battery is now a little bit slower than the met. So, do you follow the battery or do you follow the met? Answer is, you follow the battery. This goes for anything, but especially rehearsals. Sometimes it'd be like, okay, I want to, like, I'm gonna follow the met, because I'm being like, you know, this is what has to, like, this is the tempo, come on guys, what you doing, you know, but like, in actuality, we should definitely be following the battery. Yeah, just, if you're in rehearsal, there's a met going, you know, and battery goes off, just follow the battery. You're not gonna fix things by following the met. If that does happen and the battery falls off the met, goes too fast, too slow, and like, you know, like, you're gonna stay that tempo for whatever reason, like, communicate with the pit, be like, hey, follow the battery, you know, like, do something to make sure everyone knows, follow battery, not the met. Okay? Okay. I haven't talked about that at all with the pit so far. I don't know why, I'm stupid. Okay, now we're done with topic 1 out of 5. We got 4 more, and we're 18 minutes into recording. This is gonna suck. I thought this video wasn't gonna be that long. Then I wrote the outline, I was like, okay, this is gonna be a bit long, like maybe half an hour, or like 25 minutes, 20 minutes. Now it's gonna be like 45. Like, okay, what to prioritize while playing? So, number 1 priority is the rhythm. If you play the wrong rhythm, you stand out. You can get, like, for mallet players especially, you can get away with playing the wrong notes, but rhythm, no. That's gonna stand out way more. So definitely try to prioritize rhythm and being in time. Second, note accuracy for mallet players, and also sims and whatever, but because, you know, you have to play the right note. You should be playing the right notes, you know. Those two, definitely, if you aren't doing that, get on it. That should be like a standard. Very least. Next, number 3, playing with each other in the pit. And number 4 is, spoiler alert, playing together with the battery. So, if given the choice, the battery goes off tempo. There's no met or anything, right? It's just you and, like, just pit and battery. Battery is now at a different tempo for whatever reason, like they're a little bit slower, faster, whatever. Do you follow the battery, or do you stay with your pit buddies? I say, depends on your ranking. Okay, honestly, like, depends who you are. Generally, you're gonna want to stay with pit. Absolutely. But if you're pit leader, or center marimba, there's a difference. There's a big difference. I'll talk about that some other time. If you're center marimba, or whoever's in charge of tempo primarily at that time in pit, you should be going with battery. You should be communicating, right? Slowing it down or speeding it up, whatever, trying to match the battery. And then everyone in pit who's watching you should follow your thing. Center marimba is kind of like the source of tempo for pit, kind of. The source of tempo is obviously actually battery, but, well, if battery falls in marching band, that should be winds. Well, if the winds are crap and battery's crap, then just look at center marimba and something will probably happen. It's their responsibility, right, to be in time and to be able to hear the battery. Look at center marimba for tempo. Push, jump, shove. Stay with the pit. We'd rather have a good sounding together pit who isn't with the battery than, like, some people who are playing with the battery, but then, like, other people in pit are, like, so off time with everyone. That looks a lot worse than a pit being together themselves and, like, a quarter beat off the battery. We'd rather have that. A whole beat, though, I mean, at that point, center marimba's not doing the job right? Or, I mean, like, if it's sudden, you know, if it goes on for, like, 30 seconds, then, like, fire that guy. I don't know, whatever. But, like, if it's, like, for 2 seconds, then, like, immediately, like, settles back into the tempo, then you're good. Okay, we got rhythm, no accuracy, playing with each other in the pit, playing together with the battery. 5, playing the instrument correctly. We're talking about playing zones, and, like, if you play symphony, tuning the symphony well, etc. Right? Here's my switch. This is a great game. Great game. I got, like, several hundred hours on this game. Imagine this is the bar, right? So, this sucks. So, you see these dots? I don't know if you can see that well. These dots? So, actually, like, that's around, it's a little bit too far outside, but, like, let's just imagine, like, those are the strings, right? The bars are held up by the strings. Like, they go through, right? So, you're not going to want to play right here. You're going to want to play in the middle. You see the circle? That's exactly where you're going to want to play. That's where it sounds the best. Like, just take a pair of mallets, hit any mallet instrument in the middle versus, like, the string area, you'll hear the difference. It's huge. Play here. That's what I mean by playing the instrument correctly. So that's what I mean by playing the, like, instruments correctly. Because then, like, that's going into specifics. Section number 3. Why we cannot watch the drum majors. of like the most drama in Pit, pulsing is like definitely up there, like top 3 on like the most big problems and controversial problems that like no one has the answer for. Pulsing and watching drum majors. So many times it's happened that Mr. Hendy says, you guys have to watch the drum majors right here. And then Pit Tech or whoever, Pit or like percussion, someone's like, don't watch drum majors, that's bad. And then Mr. Hendy and Pit or percussion, whoever, don't communicate about that at all. And now, whenever you do one thing, the other person's yelling at you about that. I'd say in that scenario, like if that happens, just ignore it. Do the best you can. Go with your like what you feel is right, and then if you get yelled at, you get yelled at. They aren't communicating. That's not your fault. You're okay. Now, if you're just too lazy to do anything, don't do that. You're stupid. Wow. I hate that scenario too. I really hate it, but it happens sometimes. Now, moving on to actually talking about the topic. Everyone except Pit can watch drum majors. Back to the Switch. Let's say, here's the drum majors, right? And like, here's Pit. And here's the rest of the band. So, you know how sound travels at like whatever speed? It's actually kind of slow. Especially on like a football field. So, if everyone's watching drum majors here. Oh, this sucks. And here's Batter, here's Pit. And we all play at the exact same time. Our sound is going to reach the audience faster than the battery sound. Sound travels the same no matter what. So, I think. So if we both play at the same time because we're both watching the drum majors, it's going to go like this. And now our sound hit the audience before the battery sound. That not only goes for battery, but for all of the band. So if like we have horns back here, well dang, or whatever, brass back here, or anything back here that makes sound, that's going to come way after us. So, don't watch drum majors. Don't. Or else you, and possibly everyone else in Pit, because of that, will be ahead of everyone else. What you want to do is listen back to what they are playing behind you, like wind instruments and battery, especially battery, and play off of them. If you look at the drum majors while you're playing, it should be that you are playing behind the beat. If they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, it should be like 1 up. Even more than that possible. You know, you get the idea? Sound theory, right? So, do not watch drum majors. Most of the time. Here are some exceptions. If there is a tempo change, and Pit is the only people playing during that tempo change, you could probably watch the drum majors. In that case, the drum majors will also most likely be watching you. And this happened in this show, part 3, all on me, baby, what's up? I was in control of tempo there, right? They were watching me. I don't know what the whole plan was, no one actually knew what the whole plan was. It was just like, communicate, and then 2 measures in, battery communicate, and then like, they watch battery, I watch them, I don't know. But if there's a tempo change, and you're the only one playing, it's on you. You can look at them. We're at the level right now of marching bands where, it's okay if like we're a little bit off on entrances like that, where Pit enters first, and then everyone else. I think it'd be okay for right now. As you get higher and higher level, that becomes more and more unacceptable. And at that point, like, you're gonna have people telling you what to do anyway, on like how to fix that problem, so don't worry about it. Don't come here to ask, like, what do I do now that we're actually like good and getting first place consistently. That'd be sick. I cannot wait for the day that we get first place, actually. Like that, oh boy, bruh, yeah, that'd be so sick. Tempo change, we're the only ones playing. You can look at the drum majors. I'm sure everyone's been through this. Sometimes you just get lost while playing, and you have no idea where you are. Maybe not like no idea, but like, you know, like a general idea where you are, but like, you're like, you could be anywhere inside a measure. You could probably look at the drum majors just to get an idea on like, hey, okay, we're on beat 2 right now, and you're on like beat like 3 of the previous measure, then okay, maybe I should adjust. And like, okay, now I recognize where we are with the battery and band thing, now I can go back to playing, right? Like, you shouldn't be using, in this case, you aren't using them as a reference for tempo, you're using them as a reference for where the heck are we, right? In that case, okay, go ahead, but like, hopefully you never have to do that, but it will happen eventually. Section 4. We are almost never important. So, the most important people in any form of music, generally, is the melody. Pit, for my past 4 years, hardly ever plays the melody. And if we do play the melody, we got like 2 or 3 different subsections of wins also doing it with us. Like, we're almost never important in the way you think, or in that way. You know, we can have cymbals and they're important, right? Previous video I was like, yeah, bass drum gong player is the most important person. We serve as the sprinkles. This goes for any like band or orchestra or whatever. Most of the time we cannot form like a melody. Not instruments we can, but generally we can't. So like we're just kind of like adding on, you know, like they have the melody and the harmony and the winds, and we're kind of just like the extras, and like we add like a little bit of flair, a little bit of pizzazz. We're the sprinkles, okay? They're the cupcake, we're the sprinkles. They're the ice cream, we're the toppings, okay? Okay. Sometimes the toppings have the time to shine, like when you're eating ice cream and like you're done, but like you have like 15 like hard gummy bears at the bottom now that you can eat, right? That's some good time. That's our time to shine. We're support, we're sprinkles, hard gummy bears. And just a pit thing. Oh dang it, I didn't wear this. Oh, hold on, give me a second. This is the pit cape. So, throughout this year specifically, we've had this thing where like, I tried to make this a thing. The pit thing, right? Where we wear jackets like this, you know? And it's like the pit cape. Wow, so heroic. Not that. It's like a pit thing, you know? Like, it's kind of like we can connect more. We can get more sense of like togetherness and like pit pride, whatever. That's what I wrote. Yeah, you kind of get what I mean. Like, and also like it's just more fun that way. You can like, I'm gonna remember this a lot, you know? I can look at a photo and see this and be like, oh my god, I remember that. Good times, right? Yeah, like I feel like we should always like have some kind of like pit thing, or like every section in the band and whatever should have something that like they can like relate to, or like just like do as a section. I don't know, like the dot book. Do something with the dot book, like let's just say like the sousaphones like hang the dot book like around their bell or something. I don't know, but like something like that, you know. Put their hats on like sideways, just cause like whoa. Oh, I'm decked out. Sideways hat, pit cape. What? Oh wait. This is gonna be the thumbnail. What's up? Yeah. So I have a pit thing. A pit cape thing. I'd love to see that in 10 years. Come back for whatever reason. 10 years later, be some random guy in the sands. Mr. Henry's still yelling at me. You know, I come back. I still see this, bro. I would be so hyped. Okay, I'd be on the ground now. Of course, like if you want to change it up, pit beater, whatever, go ahead. But like OG pit thing. So many people came up to me and were like, why are you wearing it like that? I was like, it's just a pit thing. And like the whole pit, whenever they'd be asked that, they'd just be like, yeah, it's just a pit thing. Okay, yeah, that's about it. This video you should have learned a lot from. Like the intro to pit and the Seth's Guide to Pit thing. That you should like kind of mostly know. That's mostly for like newcomers. And like the Seth's Guide to Pit thing, it's just like, okay, what is this? You know, if it wasn't obvious from the name, here's what it is. Here's what I want it to be, right? This is like info. This is like good info for like every pit player to have, I think. So definitely one of the first videos that you should see. Besides wheeling around instruments, because that's a good video. That's gonna be a great video. Good stuff. Outro. I need to think of something. I still haven't thought of something for an outro. My bad. This has been Seth, the Pit Leader. See you next time. Okay, that's been about it. Bye.
Look, Mom, I'm playing mallets. 12 minutes? What the hell? What have I been doing? It's been 12 minutes already.
Okay, oh. Hi, I'm recording. can just edit it out. How are you? Okay. That was Mom. She just walked in the door. She says she's super tired. Understandable. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, right? I can't do that with both. I'm good at timing. Hey, I'm recording something right now. Let me know. Thanks. That's 2 times. Different people, but whatever. Burn! Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. We have like 3 different warm-ups named after food now. Or we used to have like 5. Waffles, no sorry, bagels, waffles, pancakes, and pasta. It should be a thing where like we just named everything off of food. Except Heartbroken Maya. Do not name Heartbroken Maya like bacon. Don't do that, please. I'm begging you. We can be like the key to like an entrance, you know, like ba-da, 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 ba-da. You know, like at that point there's a bass drum gong thing, because they're the most important. Huge effect, right? We all got cymbals or whatever, right? Huge, great effect. Cymbals are great. Pit pride. Sound like some like minority group. Yeah, okay, yeah, we are a minority. Pit's a minority. Yeah, okay. Let's go trumpet section. Wow! I cool what I would. Freaking dumb. You wanna say hi to the camera? Hey, dog. Doggy. Doggy. Oh my god, I'm done. Lucky, no, dog. Okay, well. Tried. It's just the kitchen.